For a long time, I thought consistency meant doing things perfectly, or at least doing them the same way every day. Same meals, same training. That idea sounds reasonable until you're working long shifts, because on 12-hour shifts, very little stays the same. Sleep changes, energy changes, hunger changes, even your tolerance for decision making changes. And once those things shift, consistency starts to feel like something you either have or don't have instead of something you can build. What actually helped me was changing what consistency meant in the first place. Consistency stopped meaning perfect execution. It started meaning continuation, showing up even when the day didn't look good, not quitting because something went off plan, not turning one rough shift into a reason to disengage completely. That shift alone made everything feel less fragile. Another big change was realizing that I had too many rules. I thought more rules meant more discipline. In reality, it just meant more decisions. And after a long shift, decision making is usually the first thing to go. So instead of trying to follow a long list of rules, I narrowed things down. I focused on the few things that mattered most, and I let everything else be flexible. That didn't lower standards. It made follow through possible on the days that actually mattered. What also helped was changing how I planned. Most plans are built around high energy days, days where sleep is good, work is manageable, and motivation shows up. But 12-hour shifts create a lot of low energy days. So instead of asking what's the best plan possible, I started asking what's the minimum I can do on my worst days and still stay in the process. That question changed everything. Because if a plan only works when you feel good, it's not a real plan. Once I built my system around tired days, consistency stopped feeling like something I had to fight for. Another important shift was zooming out. I stopped judging progress day by day. One missed workout stopped feeling like failure. One imperfect meal stopped feeling like a reset. Instead, I started thinking in weeks. Did I show up in most days? Did I stay engaged instead of quitting? Did I keep the system intact? That perspective removed a lot of unnecessary pressure. One of the most damaging habits I had before was constantly restarting. After a bad shift, after a poor sleep, after an off day, what helped was removing the idea of restarting entirely. There was no clean slate, no reset button, just the next reasonable decision. Once I stopped labeling days as good or bad, consistency stopped feeling fragile. It felt steadier, more durable. And that's really the point. Staying consistent on 12-hour shifts doesn't require more discipline, it requires systems that don't collapse under fatigue, systems that expect inconsistency, systems that leave room for real life. Once the system fits the schedule, consistency stops feeling like you're something you're constantly chasing.